bitch up. Turn my, no, I gotta turn my bitch up. Turn my bitch, TT, turn my bitch, TT, turn my bitch. Gotta turn my bitch up. Turn my bitch, TT, turn my bitch up. Turn
Okay, yes, I
Our
agree.
certificate.
Yes.
Well, anyways, first we'll start off with saying welcome back to another episode of Black Bougie Bout It, where you get real, raw, and rich conversation. I am Abin Ayana.
And I am Jessica Monique. Thank you for watching, guys.
And we want to start off on this wonderful Black History Month Tuesday by saying thank you to Starsky, Deshaun Henderson, the CEO of Starsky. He reached out to me and Jessica to give us a highlight of, was that last week or week before last?
I want to say week before last.
Week before last on Instagram, made by Starsky. But he sent us like these certificates of excellence for triple BPC.
That was
Black
so
Bougie
sweet.
About It. These are so nice. And it just says, for honoring your outstanding leadership and positive community impact, we commend your innovative spirit and steadfast dedication to excellence. Your contributions reflect Starsky's values, inspiring progress, and serving as a beacon of inspiration. So thank you so much, Deshaun, and everybody over there at Starsky. We really appreciate that. Yeah. Almost
That
cried.
was sweet.
Almost made a thug cry.
Right.
But
that was really sweet.
But anyways, how have you been? How has your week been?
My week's been pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, same old, same old. I'm coming in the office now. Even
Okay,
though,
good.
I don't be having nothing to do, but I won't complain.
Hey, I mean, look, hey.
I won't complain.
Sometimes I miss my old job of just sitting at the desk and watching YouTube videos because these motherfuckers be working on my nerves.
Man. Yeah, that's about it. I will say I'm thankful because it's kind of like got me back on a little routine or whatever now. So that's always good. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the time off from coming in here has showed me that with really being an entrepreneur, let's get to it. Like get your shit together, Jessica, because you know what I'm saying? It's a lot more stuff you could have been doing than sitting at the damn house watching Greenleaf. Huh?
Rewatching Greenleaf because you didn't see it before.
All right, because I watched it when it actually was coming on.
Right.
I watched it, but I rewatched it or whatever, just being at home. And I didn't watch literally all, I think it's 4 seasons maybe. I have watched the whole thing. I finished the whole thing today. And that was probably, it took me maybe a week to do it, but it's because I wasn't going anywhere. So
oh my goodness. Yeah, now you back in the office. So
yeah,
hopefully.
so now we're back in the grind. Yeah.
You couldn't even say that with a straight face. I'm going to say there is not that you don't grind, but it's a different type of grind.
It is. It's more of a.
It's the soft grind.
It's a soft grind.
That need to be the title of the episode.
A soft grind.
Soft grind. It's a soft grind.
It's a soft grind. It's definitely a soft life over here, guys. But we thank God, because I remember a time when it wasn't. Huh?
I would like to get back to the soft grind life. That sounds nice.
I mean, it is. I'm thankful, but everything to whom much is given, much is required, and I'm not holding up.
That's what Spider-Man Mama said. I mean, Auntie Annie. What was her name? Auntie May. Auntie May. Yeah, on Spider-Man, wasn't that what she said? Or Uncle Peter on Spider? I think that's either what the uncle said or the auntie said. But that's what she told him when he became the superhero, and she found out he was Spider-Man. She was like, "To whom much is given, much is required."
Well, she didn't lie.
Little Peter Parker.
Yeah,
little Peter.
The Lord, he giving and providing, and you need to do your part. And that's
if you don't do your part, he will take it away. Snatches.
And that's what I don't want, because when I was looking on Indeed today, and I was looking at these jobs, and I was just like,
But you gotta elevate. You gotta continue to grow in some way. So you gotta.
I do, but
So
not.
even if it's finding more contracts, it's like you still gotta add something else. You gotta can't
That's what
stay
I really
stagnant.
want. That's what I want, another like contract. But I want like a 9 to 5, go in every day and put my business casual clothes on. No.
Look, I like to get off a little fit. Okay. And then I be knowing I look good when the students be like, I love your outfit. I'm like, yes.
Right. I mean,
Still young and fly.
I like to put clothes on, but it's something about when something becomes a requirement, I'm no longer interested. I like having the choice. I like having autonomy over my time and like
that
all
part,
the
I would love
things.
to get to that. Like the work ain't hard that I do. It's just the not having autonomy over my time.
Yes.
And people not heeding to what I say. That's the part that I like, that's frustrating, but I ain't ready to be an entrepreneur yet. I like that consistent money. I can't. I like that check. I know. I like to know how much I'm getting.
Absolutely, I understand because
I got that. What is that? That scarcity mindset. I need to know how much money I got so I can know what I can do in life. So
yeah.
But
how about you? How was your week?
My week was good. I'm still in the puppy dog phase. I'm still happy. I'm happy. I'm great.
Okay, good.
All of that is good. But y'all, I don't know if I've said anything about this on this podcast. I can't remember. And my mama don't watch it. I know she don't watch it because I talk to her. So, I mean, if you see this, boo, I don't know why you chose this episode out of all episodes to watch it, but I got to get this off my chest. So, and I say this only because I feel like some people can relate. And some people know my grandmother passed 2 years ago now. So it'll be 2 years. Wow, what's today? The 6th. So 2 years ago, 2 days ago, on February 4th, she passed away. And I can say this because I don't give no two flying fucks. My auntie, my mother's sister, is a total plum ass fool. She a plum ass fool. And unfortunately, just like a lot of people's families and, specifically in our community, we didn't have things in order the way they should have been. And anyways, my aunt has ended up suing my mother.
Oh,
no. For my grandmother's property. And they went to court this past Monday. And my mother has to be out of her home by the end of the month. And it's just like, I feel like that's some bullshit. I really do. And like yesterday when my mom told me about it, and I've known about this for a while, but my mom really didn't like let me know how serious it was. You know how parents are, they tell you about stuff, but they kind of tell you in a very passing way. It's like, well, this is going on. Yeah. So, and then you be like, well, what, mom, you want to talk about? Nah, we don't need to talk about it right now. But it's like something that I kind of knew was going on, but I didn't know like what was going to happen. But now they've, got the verdict or whatever, and she has to move out. But it's just kind of like one of those things where I'm just like, it be your own family. Like, I think that was in an India RE song where she was like, nobody hurt you like your kin. And I'm just like, I think it's so crazy for, this to be her, sibling, her sister. And this woman is just so greedy and so malicious that all she wants is to try to get money out of my mama. She don't even care about the house. Like, she doesn't care. She already has 3 or 4 other properties that my grandmother let her have. But, my mom was supposed to keep this house. And now it's also a part where it's like, now I feel like we're losing our legacy. Because it's like, my aunt probably not going to, keep these houses or whatever. She'll probably sell them. And it's like, that's a house that my granddaddy built by his hand, And now that's something that I could have had for me.
Of the house, or like what?
Yeah, that's pretty much that's what the verdict, because since there was no paperwork done, and she wanted my mom to pay her rent each month for the house because there was no paperwork done saying that my mom is the one to get the house after my grandmother died. So they both get the house. So my aunt wanted my mom to sell the home and split the money with her, and she was like, no, I'm not doing that. So my aunt's lawyer, whatever pretty much was saying like, if you're not gonna sell the house, then you need to pay her what she's owed out of the house, her half,
like buy her out.
Yeah. And my mom's like, I'm not gonna do that, because she just doesn't And again, Mom, I hope you don't bother me, but she can't afford it at this moment to buy her out, and my aunt is an ass, so she's like, "Well, I'll charge you rent." And my mom's kind of like, "I don't want to pay rent in my own house that I'm paying for all these, years doing maintenance and all of that. Like, it's just a lot
Been
of
living there,
bullshit."
right?
Yeah, like for 17 years, that's where we ain't never lived nowhere else when we moved down there. So it's just
Wow.
like a lot of bullshit. So that's just been weighing heavy on my spirit. So I have to come home next weekend and like get shit from like my childhood, like my college degree down there, and like my plaques from high school, awards, and pack up stuff and help her try to figure out, what she gonna do. Cause like, it's just that type of situation. So
I really hate that. I'm so sorry that that happened and that y'all are going through that. But
yeah, I just want this to be a notion to folks. Have your paperwork in order. It ain't
yeah.
never too soon to go get you a wheel or a living wheel, or
Well, yeah.
do that stuff. And I know specifically in our community, we really don't like to talk about death, and we don't want to plan for the what if and all that. But it's like, it's gonna happen. Ain't none of us gonna cheat death. Like, it ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather have my shit in order than to leave my family, especially if you got a fool in your family. And I mean this. If you got a fool in your family, y'all need to have that paperwork, because it be them type of people who come back and be like, well, so-and-so said I could have this, and so-and-so.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people get the nitpicking and stuff. And I don't know why people do that when somebody dies. But people just always
Thinking
want
they're
a
gonna
piece of
come into
this.
some money, or
Mm-hmm.
people are always trying to get rich quick, or whatever
Right.
the case. They have short-term memory loss when people die. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all it is. But nah, I totally understand. I went through like a period when I was in college where I had lost a lot of like my older relatives,
Mm-hmm.
and like relatives that didn't get to see me graduate or whatever. I lost my grandmother before I graduated, and like two of my great aunts who were kind of like grandmothers to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same way for my grandma. She was kind of in the process of setting everything up because
Mm-hmm.
she got sick kind of, just at random. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much of my family be watching this, so but
Welcome to the show.
but she got sick kind of at random. She had open heart surgery, and she never really was the same after that. And
Mm-hmm.
so when she did pass away years later, I don't know, like, my mother and her siblings, they already kind of like wasn't, best friends, like
Mm-hmm.
that kind of a relationship. But because of specifically my mom's relationship with her mother, which wasn't always very like positive,
Mm-hmm.
um, she kind of got like cut out of a lot of different things. And my aunt and my uncle kind of like wanted to keep her house. I know kind of they did. They wanted to keep her house and rent it out, but neither one of them live in the state. They both, I think my aunt at the time was living in Louisiana maybe, and my uncle, he still lives in Atlanta. And
Mm-hmm.
so it would have been my mom's responsibility, and she just doesn't have time to manage a property. And so she
Right.
told them the same thing your aunt did, like, buy me out then, and y'all can just do that y'all self. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
don't, even though I'm here, I can't manage it. You know what I'm saying? She's
Right.
doing her own things, and they weren't trying to do that. And so they let the house get foreclosed. And my uncle, I don't know if he knows we know, but if he listens to this, which I kind of think he does, he'll know now. So hi. But we know he bought the house back.
Mm-hmm.
So he bought the house back on his own, and I think he rents it out or whatever. And so a lot of different times when he's coming into town and like nobody knows about it, he was handling
Mm-hmm.
things for that house. And we just know that
Mm-hmm.
because also I work with a real estate investor. So of course I'm gonna look it up. Like
Right.
So, or I'm gonna look up how much you pay for it and who paid for it and when they closed and all the things. So I know all of that stuff. But because of that and just a lot of other different things, now my mom is not on speaking terms for real with them. Like she'll speak if she sees them, but it did not all really go over well because my mom's a bit of a firecracker too. So it just didn't really go over well for her. And I really, really hate that because I think it's, for me, I feel like it's a shame to have lost her mom and like kind of lost her siblings too. Even though they already weren't like super close, they would at least like call and talk to each other or whatever.
Or gather for certain holidays, maybe.
Yeah, like now they're just like estranged, and it was already strained. Like when my grandmother was sick, of course they live in different states and they got their own things going on. But all of my family that's here, we pretty much all like chipped in and we would help her out with certain things. And then when they came into town, now you want to like tell everybody else what they need to do and like whatever because it's your mama. But it's like we're a very close-knit family, so you can't act like, oh well, I'm the one, I'm her child. Like,
where you been at?
You know what I'm
where
saying?
your
like,
ass was at when I was good.
We've been taking her to doctor's appointments every day and going over there every day and making sure things, and it just, I don't think my grandmother would have liked how they handle things, especially with cleaning out her house and not letting people know to come over there and not letting my aunts come over there. And
exactly.
She would not
at
have
least they didn't break in. My aunt broke into the house, stole everything. My mama came back from work one day and was just like pictures that had been on the wall for 30 years was missing. You just saw empty space. You know, like in a movie where a man wife move out and all you see is the little rim from where a picture used to be on the wall. That's how it was.
Wow.
That's how it was. So
she got a lot of fucking nerve too.
No, I taught like I'm having to pray about coming home next weekend because I'm just like, I cannot, if I see my auntie, if I see her, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit because I just think it's so I think it's so fucked up. Like, I think it's just insane that you would pretty much kick your own sister out, knowing that she don't. And if I'm being real again, I hope you don't get mad at me, but this is just real life. And I feel like a lot of people probably experience this. My mama ain't got nowhere else to go.
Not only that, it'd be different if it was just your grandma's house, but your mom has been living there.
Right.
So, like, y'all have been living there. So, why all of a sudden now, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's very devilish for real.
It is.
And she will reap what she sow. I'm not wishing nothing bad on her, but when
she's gonna reap what she sow because her kids didn't already said they're gonna put her ass in a home and throw away the key.
Yeah, so
and that's what her children say.
Yeah, but
no shade.
Pray for family, child, because they do.
But get your paperwork in order. I just say that to say, like, y'all, please have life insurance policies. I got a life insurance policy. They take it out of my check each month. Like, I pay for stuff. Just have stuff in order because do not leave it. Don't be hoping word is bond and we family and blood and water and because don't nobody give a fuck. Them people will die, pass on it, and the next thing out them people mouth will be so and so said I was gonna be able to get 5,000. So and so said I could have a car. So and so said I could have a house. And so ain't said a motherfucking thing. Because guess what? You ain't talked to so and so in 5 years.
And that's all it is. People just see it as a money grab, as an opportunity to get money for real. That's it. But you know what? Even then, it's no need to be nasty. It's no need to be nasty because it's no reason why you couldn't allow my grandma's own sisters to come in her house and go through the clothes or get a piece of jewelry or take the pictures off the wall, especially when your black ass don't come home and only started coming home for real when she got sick and every now and then. That's my problem. Like, make shit make sense.
At least they lived out the state. You know, my ugly ass auntie lived right across the goddamn street.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Even with my grandma, and again, I don't know if nobody watching this, but here we go. You know, even when my grandma went to visit Right. Even when my grandma went to visit my uncle and them, she came back upset because they weren't even that hospitable to her. They did not even. She went there for a birthday party for their son, and they didn't even let her come to their house. Now, whether that was on purpose or not, I don't know. Well, but they weren't super
And that's your
welcoming.
mama.
Yeah, they weren't super welcoming, and that hurt my grandma's feelings, whether they
I
know it or
bet it
not.
did.
And even my auntie, she and my grandma did not have a great relationship in the end. And my grandma used to call and confide in my mom about it, how she left her degree and everything with my great grandmother, my grandma's mom, and not left it over her house, things like that. But you want to come home when shit hitting the fan and collect stuff and clean out her house. It's absolutely wrong. And if you need an explanation for why people be doing you like how they do, that's why. Because it was absolutely wrong, and you need to know that. It just is. It just was.
Yeah, I don't know. Pray for your families, y'all. Pray for your families. And then pray for us, because I really, the fact that my mother is a 61-year-old woman who got to completely start her life over because her sister is a complete ass of a fool.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Has
just
anybody
insane
tried
to
to
me.
talk to her about it? Like,
Yes, my older cousin who lives up in Detroit, who like grew up with them.
mm-hmm.
He called her like 3 different times. He told my mama he called her 3 different times trying to talk to my auntie, and he was like, yeah, she like for real ain't listening. And we like, yeah, of course. But I'm gonna try to call my cousins that I'm not the biggest fans of. And extend an olive branch and see, because they the ones who make all the money, and they always want to poke their chest out and do different shit. Y'all want to be big money. Well, y'all need to help y'all goddamn auntie, because your mama is a motherfucking fool.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
I don't know.
That's sad.
It really is, and I hate it. And unfortunately, it's a hard lesson to have your paperwork in order. But I can say that I am very glad that I am the only child of hers, so I don't have to worry about this. Okay.
You know what? I say that all the time because Thomas he's the youngest of 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be a certain kind of way when things happen. And I'm so glad that everything I have will be split right down the middle between me and Lauren. And I'm so glad that we've been raised so we're very close. You know what I'm saying? And so we will agree on things and all of that. And it ain't gonna be no hooping and hollering and who got what and anybody got time for that.
Yeah. And I told my brother, in pertains to Mickey L and any of his belongings when he does decide to go on home. I told him he ain't never gave me shit in the living, so I don't want nothing in death. He can keep it. I don't want it. I don't need it. You the one with kids and all that. So go ahead if he do leave something, which I doubt. I doubt it. If he does, y'all can have it. The grandbabies can have it. I don't need it. Yeah, I just in her. But anyways, it's been a whole lot of different things going on the interwebs and in the different apps, and we gonna get right to it. We gonna get right into it. This morning when I woke up and I got on the app X, first of all, I knew X stood for XXX, but I didn't know that I was gonna find Drake on there. I just didn't know. I just oh my goodness, I did not know. And I saw Drake trending. And the first thing I seen at the top was him and his meter wheats.
Peter Wackle.
Just ow
at that.
And all I'm gonna say is let's give it up for the R&B king. what Whitney said. Let's give it up because golly. Now, as y'all know, I'm playing for the same team. I'm dating a woman, but I can call the thing.
That I came up.
I can call a thing, and that was a thing. That is a thing. That is a thing.
I also want to say on here, allegedly that's not him, is what they saying. Somebody edited that with AI or whatever. They're saying that it's not him and that the photo or the video is not real. So we just put our legal note in there, like The View. But I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised by the way that things have been shaped up. Because I'm not gonna lie. I know, what was it, 2-3 episodes ago, I said that Drake probably wear panties because he do be acting like a little girl. And I
He
said
can't wear no panties with that. It might be at least tiny whities. It is at least tiny whities. Can't no panties hold all that. Can't no panties.
If he did
can't no panties hold all that.
Yeah. We had an interesting discussion in our group chat today. Shout out to Victoria.
The Coochie Cavaliers.
Yeah. Well, we was discussing and y'all let us know out there if you have experienced this, but why is it the light-skinned men are two-toned?
It ain't just it's light-skinned people.
White people don't be like that.
Well, no, I'm saying light-skinned people as in light-skinned black people. They
like melanated people. Okay.
Yes. Because like I currently my lady friend, as my mama be calling it, my little friend. She
got a brown coochie.
Yeah, it's like well, at least I ain't been down there yet. But from what I've seen in the areolas, it's brown.
Well, I can see the areolas, but I wouldn't think they'd have a brown coochie.
From what I've seen from the outer perimeters, it's brown. Like now the top part skin is light, but when you get to that front it's dark, it's brown.
I have 2 very good friends that's light skinned. So I need to tonight I'm gonna have to do some research and call them and ask them about. I'm gonna have to get a lifeline.
Hey, what Boo said, put them on line for $1,000.
Because I'm trying to see. I had no idea that.
Yeah, and you know, like the nether regions be the darkest part of your body anyway. That's why your booty be darker than the rest of your body. Because
I mean that I get. It don't be no continuity with the light skinned people because it really be like, okay, for me, for me in my house, okay. It might be a shade darker, but I'm brown, so it's not like it's not dark skin. Right. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people, when they be light skinned, the shades is 5 shades darker.
Because the melanin gotta go somewhere. They black as fuck. It concentrate right there. It all concentrates.
Okay. I'm not mad at it, but I just noticed why, because the light skinned fellows, the gentlemen that I have seen, they got a black dick every time. So
I ain't never seen one that was not. Now I will say
a light skinned dude with a light skin thing.
I've seen a gradient where it be dark and then it go into light.
I have ombre.
A little ombre.
It do be giving ombre. I have seen
ombre. I have seen some ombres, but I have never in my life just seen. Yeah, they'll be brown. So because the melanin got to go somewhere.
I guess so.
I'm just gonna say that, but let me not talk too much, just in case my baby watches, because I don't want to get beat up. If you haven't seen Drake, you got to dig for it now. It ain't even at the top of the X no more. You got to dig for it. I've been bookmarking it every time I see it, just in case it keep getting deleted.
I showed it to my coworker earlier because she was asking me about it, and it didn't take me that long to find it. So you need to go on and look. The
screen recorded.
Yeah, screen recorded. The video that don't screen record it. I don't know if that might be wrong to do because leak nudes or whatever. So I don't know what the ethical thing to do is. But if you become
screen record it, what you do on your own time in the privacy of your phone at home is your business. Screen record it.
Yeah, so but that link that we looked at it earlier that Victoria sent, it was gone.
Yeah, that's the one I sent because I went back to it. I had heard somebody went back to it and it didn't work. So yeah.
So
but shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drake.
And then he was wiggling and wobbling that thing.
Somebody, I saw a comment and then we're gonna move on to the next thing because both of us, we don't need to get in trouble. Somebody was like, it was on Gummy and it was that big. So they were like, he can get rolled till the sun come up. I was like,
that's what I was thinking too. Now, okay, let's talk about this though, because I did see a few girls talking about the amount of girth that it didn't have for them.
I thought that was a healthy one.
Say that again.
I thought it was a healthy one.
It was. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if the video was far away, but it kind of was a little skinny to me.
It looked decent to me.
If that was him and he wasn't fully,
right, he wasn't fully.
He probably good.
The way it was kind of like this,
it was giving
right. It was just like, I'm gonna just show her what I'm working with at this moment. That wasn't full-fledged like up at attention. Right. That's what I'm saying. Drake got that. I knew he had something. He was ain't no way he was in between Serena Williams' cheeks and he didn't have nothing. That's a lot of ass. You gotta have something to handle all that booty. So I knew he had something. I just didn't know it looked like that. Plus, Chris Brown is kind of light skinned too. He very light skinned. Chris Brown got that thing.
He had a dark skin, dude.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen a light skinned. And I know y'all remember that throwback lip service episode where they was talking about how he tore that girl's cervix up.
How can I forget that picture?
Okay.
I bet you late in the midnight hour, Jada Pinkett probably be like,
in the midnight hour, Jada gonna spin the block.
I bet you she be having flashbacks.
Turn around. Y'all be acting like y'all don't remember some of these leaks. This ain't the first leak, and it won't be the last.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Ooh, you right about that, old man. Shout out to August Alsina, that young man. You working with something very, very special.
Anyways.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna move into this. So my birthday's coming up, and I'm gonna get my hair done this weekend. I'm getting some faux locks, and apparently braids and faux locks and other natural hairstyles aren't in no more to the little teen boppers and the little children out here. Because I was on Instagram and I saw this post, this screenshot of, I'm assuming she's, they're between the age about 15, 17, high school age, where this young lady was tweeting about pretty much her friends making fun of her and talking about her for wanting to get braids for her 16th birthday. So I'm gonna read a little bit of it so we can talk about it. But I just thought this was insane. So the young lady says, y'all, so basically all my friends wear lace fronts, wigs, leave outs, etc. I'm the only one in my friend group who still wears braids. We're all 15 to 17. But to sum it up, my friends shame me for still wearing braids. Do y'all see that as a problem? I only brought this up because I'm turning 16 in a couple more weeks. So for my photo shoot, I had braids instead of a wig like everyone else. And then apparently her friends saw the post and sent her a message. And they were upset about her coming to Twitter about it and pretty much saying, all we said that, why are you doing braids for a photo shoot, especially a 16 at that? And then she said, it ain't no problem with braids, but they definitely ain't for everything. You doing too much. And then the girl told her friend, she was like, I told y'all my mama doesn't get down like that. She's not paying $100 for something that's going to be out my head in a week or two. Her friend then says, I get that and that's fine, but you missed the whole point of what we trying to say. And her friend was like, what's your point exactly? She said, we not shaming you for having braids, bro. We literally just said
basically they just saying they wouldn't do it for like their birthday and for photo shoots and stuff, special occasions. You know what? We've seen this like debate, I guess, before, because with grown women, I can remember people saying like that they don't want braids for like special occasions like weddings or like, you know, in galas or
for grown people. I can understand that.
I've seen grown people say it, and I have seen girls say that they don't want braids on their birthday. Or whatever they want. They would rather have a sew-in. I think that as Black people, we need to get past, like, let's get past the Europeanized standards of beauty. Okay.
Right.
Braids are pretty. Period. It's so many different kinds of braids. If you want the little goddess braids, you get you a little curl or two, and then you do a little updo with that and give the girls a little curl swirl number, a chignon bun with the braids, you know, like all the styles. It's really it's your prerogative. If it's pretty, it's pretty. I don't know why people care whether or not people wearing wigs and frontals and doing sew-ins and stuff. Them is some of the main hoes who ain't got no hair, who always keep a damn frontal on and ain't got no damn edges. So I don't like, why is that a problem? When we were 16, hell, braids was still cute. People was just getting into like wearing sew-ins and stuff for real in school,
and they didn't look good. If we call it a thing,
we call a thing. No, it didn't. And you know,
if I go back to my prom pictures where I had a sew-in with a leave out, I look a hot mess, and not because the hairstylist didn't do a good job, but just because that was the times. You know, you get you by two little bundles. And you leave out, you know, and then it rained on my prom day, so I'm gonna leave out, popped out a little bit.
Mine too.
Like that's what it was.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like even when I see the young girls now and they be wearing frontals and all that stuff, it don't be laid. The makeup and then
all that. Old. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it.
Y'all look old. You look tired. Yeah.
Some of y'all look 35 and you ain't even 17.
Yeah.
You look 35 and you're not 17. The lashes look like you can take flight and take us all to Aruba and back on your lashes.
Yeah, it's
as
not
thick
cute.
as they are. And also, y'all are kids. I think it's kind of crazy for other kids to tell other kids what they need to have. Like, ain't none of y'all got no money. All y'all broke.
Yeah, y'all kids.
Like, so for y'all to sit up there and try to tell her what she can get and what her mama need to pay for or whatever, it's like, y'all don't know. Maybe her mama got the braid hookup and she was able to she want her baby hair done for her birthday and she can get the braids, and that's not y'all business. But to shame her and y'all supposed to be her friend, I think that's fucked up. Them ain't her friends. Because, you know, a friend gonna be like, okay, girl, well, put some little beads or something in your hair to jazz it up a little bit, you know, add a little extra flair. But they not gonna like shame you, be like, now don't do that for your 16th. Don't do that for your 16th. Cause ain't none of y'all giving no money.
It's so crazy that, like, you remember when we were 16, like, even when you watch Sweet 16, them bitches ain't had no damn weave. They went and had a roller wrap. They had
nice silk press
with the curls at the top.
Maybe a ponytail.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy how the times have just changed so much. Like, we was not doing all of that. We were, but like not to that extent, like the way they are doing things. And I really hate it for the young girls now, because I know we was having identity crisis, you know, looking at TV and looking at celebrities and stuff. But at least, hell, a lot of that was their real fucking body. Nowadays, young girls are comparing themselves to a body that people have bought and beauty standards that they'll never be able to live up to unless they go get the money to get on the table and get under the knife. And some of them
people don't even look like how they look like in the pictures, because again, they didn't photoshopped it, they didn't edit it, they didn't right. So they might even not have no work done, but they still don't look like that in person because they didn't edit everything, you know, up.
Yeah,
Took the pimple
everything's
out,
been
brighten this up, did this,
yeah,
did that, fixed
everything
this.
has been retouched. So I really hated for them. I ain't gonna lie, my mama was not really letting me do a whole lot with
Mine
my
either.
hair for real. I mean, my mama and my dad, even though I had young parents, my parents were younger than all my friends. They was probably the most old fashioned because my mama did not really let me wear weave
Same
like
here.
that unless it was
Mm-hmm.
like a ponytail or like some kind of bun or and you
Mm-hmm.
just need some hair in there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even really color my hair until like my senior year of high school. And
Lucky
even
you.
then, low key, I think it was like this color. And it was just like streaks, like
Mm-hmm.
highlights or whatever. It wasn't even like my whole head or nothing. Um, but no, my mama did not. I really got away with wearing makeup because I didn't ask her. I just kind of started wearing makeup
Mm-hmm.
and I just never really stopped. And so she just kind of let me have it with the makeup. And I used to be out here in a full face of makeup, what I thought was cute.
I'm so glad my Facebook got hacked. Nobody understands. I lost all
Right.
the middle school, high school. I'm glad because it was a
Man,
mess.
I'm talking about different color eyeshadows and the whole nine. And but all my
Didn't
friends are
blend out of
now
nothing.
ain't none no.
What
They
was the
have on
blend?
no foundation.
Just eyeshadow and
Just
lip gloss.
eyeshadow, and then I used to wear like liquid eyeliner a lot.
Oh
So
yeah, me
like
too.
I have always had a thing for the cat eye. I'ma still do a cat eye to this day, okay? But my brows and stuff,
Ooh.
Jesus.
First of all, I didn't get my brows together until a couple years ago. I'm gonna be honest. My freshman and sophomore year of college, my eyebrows were still giving Nike check marks. Very much so thick, very much so painted on.
I think because I have thick eyebrows in general,
Mm-hmm.
like you can't deny that it's eyebrows up here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was my problem. Keeping my eyebrows done. So
Mm-hmm.
then when I did do my makeup, it didn't look crazy. Cause it's like when you got eyebrow hair, now you gotta get
Mm-hmm.
your brows done. Cause when you don't have your brows done, it's like you could tell when they're growing back and then
Right.
they not shaped up good. And then
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't consistently get my eyebrows done. And so I wasn't in a place where I could just do it myself all the time either because I felt like you had to get it done. So I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
doing it myself. Child, a mess. Just think about all the time we looked a mess. And the girls nowadays, not that we hating, but I feel like you need that time to like experiment with your style and
But
all
also,
of
what do
that.
you work up to? Okay, like, and this is no disrespect. Like, I don't mean this to the parents, but like,
But I do
what
because it's their fault.
what do you work up to? Like, if I'm 16, right, and I get the $500 wig, I get the acrylic nails, I
Mm-hmm.
get the eyelash extensions, I get the designer bag, I get and I'm not talking about like um well-to-do people. Because
Yeah.
I know some folks, that's your lifestyle. Y'all all got nice stuff. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about, y'all know it's a certain, some of us, some of y'all be in the hood, but y'all be getting like, no, get a regular ass backpack. You don't like, it's just certain, again, and what do you work your way up to at 16?
Mm-hmm.
If you wearing all this, you doing all of this, then when you get older and you might not be able to afford that, because eventually your parents gonna start paying for all that shit. You
Oh
gonna
yeah. Yeah.
be like, well, I can't, and don't nobody care about me, feeling like you didn't got abandoned. But I don't know. My mom, like you said, I grew up with an old school mama who like was not about to spend all this money on no. I used to be happy to get a little Coach bag, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
this was back. I mean, Coach always been good, but this was. Coach is now Coach. Everybody like Coach Tabby and da 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 da. But back then it was like you can go to the outlet, get you a bag and a wallet
Oh,
and a
I mean, but Coach
keychain.
was that girl even when we was
I'm not
younger. You
shitting
know,
on it, but I'm just
yeah,
saying that used to be
that was
the
nice.
bag,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now they got Chanel and Amiri and shit. What's it called, Marnie and all these
Yeah.
other
I ain't
these
gonna lie, I
brands.
do hate that, like, if you notice, they don't have a lot of like I don't know what to call it, but like mid luxury brands. Like when we were younger, you still had like Baby Fat. You still had like even like Charlotte Russe, Aeropostale, Hollister,
Right.
Abercrombie and Fitch. Even though like that shit was in the mall and everybody could get it, a lot of that shit wasn't cheap. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you
First
still
off,
have like
American Eagle jeans are still $100 a piece.
yes. So like you still had like brands that was like attainable things that everybody could get. Now it's like that stuff isn't super popular anymore. Like the
Right.
designer stuff is what's popular. Like everybody want Dior, Louis Vuitton, like Amiri, like you said. And so I kind of hate it for the kids because it's like it kind of eliminates like the middle, you know, like I don't know. I feel like, you know, people trying to eliminate the middle class anyway, and it's just gonna be like either you're poor or
The
you're rich.
haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, like, and I feel like that's one way of doing it because now they don't aspire to stuff like that anymore. They aspire to like all the things you're supposed to have when you're an adult. And
Right.
when we were young, it's not like we didn't like that stuff, but it was kind of like, girl,
That's for grown people.
yeah, like girl, you know what about it, like,
Right.
like you wasn't even thinking about like your mama might have had a little old Louis Vuitton bag or something. She didn't have it, or like she your mama had like a old little bag or whatever, and she'd be like, yeah, you can have these. I did have Dooney and Burke bags when I was young because at one point that was so popular, and I begged. When I tell you I begged my mom for that bag, both my parents really. I had that, and then I did have some Coach purses. I probably had every Baby Fat, like the little swing book bag known to man.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I still got some of those in my closet that I kind of don't want to give away because it's just nostalgic.
Hey,
but like,
wait, Y2K coming back? You probably could sell that bit on eBay for some money.
Yeah, I mean the kids don't even have like 9 West no more. BB, like BB was the shit.
Go get
Like,
a nice little dress.
Yeah,
for a little night out on the town. Or
even
Wet
like
Seal.
Wet Seal. Oh my god, man.
Y'all don't know about Wet Seal. It was like Charlotte Russe meets Rainbow, but meets icing because they also had a good little accessory. Right. They had a bomb accessory section, but they also had the basics, but they also had if you need a little outfit for the night, you know. But you really you could go in there with $100 and get a whole lot of stuff. But
I remember they had a rack where everything was a penny. Do you remember that? And all the stuff was like super duper on sale.
Y'all don't know
they don't have stuff like, and then that was stuff like you go to the mall and get, and you wasn't like ashamed to wear. Because
everybody will have it on.
Everybody
you see
will
people
have it
in there buying stuff for the night that you gonna see at the club or see at the party or whatever.
I still miss Charming Charlie's. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh, I forgot.
Charming Charlie's.
I faithfully rocked Charming Charlie's in high school. I remember when they put one in McCalla. I was like, we didn't came up.
I probably saw you in there because me and my mama and Lauren, I have a cousin, Tracy, who stayed out there. We would go to that McCalla, that little area out there with the movie theater on purpose because we wanted to go to Charming Charlie's.
Oh, Charming Charlie.
I still have Charming Charlie's jewelry to this day, earrings, because I love earrings and like big earrings and gaudy things, very girly. I love their jewelry. They need to bring that back, and everything was in the color coded.
Oh, it was always the color coordination for me because you could go and get exactly what you want. You like, look, I need red jewelry. Okay, you go to the red section, you get what you need. Oh, I forgot. You unlocked a core memory right there. Charming Charlie.
And you can go in there and they had the clutch bags in there. They had purses. They had like little wallets in there. They had sunglasses. They had everything you needed, and
every accessory.
I loved them.
Gloves, hats, gloves.
Yes. So
sometimes they would do shoes. Sometimes
they'll see there. Now my thing acting up.
I feel like it's always when we get around this mark too.
It is, and I don't know what else to do because when I tell you I have deleted everything off this computer, I even had to apologize to him because I deleted some of his stuff.
Well,
he didn't care though because he was like it's like backed up or whatever, but I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll you'll hop on and hop back out.
Yeah.
And right now, we're going to take a break for this week's episode of Black Bougie and Bout It. Welcome back.
When I tell you, over it. Because now, why the fuck I got to shut the whole computer down?
Maybe, did it get overheated?
No, the fan wasn't even blowing until it had to do that.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't know what the problem is. I don't. At this point, I think this computer probably just didn't had it.
I wonder why. I don't know, because for a while I wasn't doing that, so I don't know.
I have no idea. But I'm very tired of
one last topic. Okay. We'll call it the night. But anyways, just to wrap up the part about the hair, if you want to wear braids, wear your braids. If you want to, get your lace fronts, get your lace fronts. If you want to do the leave out, do leave out. If you want to do the Q-tips, I-tips, whatever they call, do them. Whatever you can afford. So whatever you, the person, can afford, you get. But don't tell nobody else what they can get unless you're trying to pay for it, okay? Okay. I think that should be the rule.
Mm-hmm. And let these kids be kids.
That part.
Let these kids be
What happened to the children looking like children?
Okay. And that's their damn problem now. They look grown as fuck.
But anyway,
we can go ahead and do the Grammys.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's get into the Grammys, which was Sunday evening. I did watch a good portion of it. And first, let's get into some of the big winners of the night. Shout out to Victoria Monet for winning 3 Grammys. I was rooting for her. I was really rooting for her to win. She did win. One of the Grammys she won was Best New Artist, which I did think was kind of funny. It's always funny when people be winning or getting nominated for Best New Artist, and it's like they been out. Like, where y'all been at, Grammys? She's not new. She wrote like majority of Ariana Grande hits, but whatever. Shout out to her. Coco Jones won. Shout out to them, brother. Right. Shout out to Coco Jones. She won Best R&B Performance for ICU, which we all was singing last year. So, big shout out to her. Right. Because it's a good song. Actually, that album was really good. Best rap album, Killer Mike. I listened to Killer Mike's album and I actually did really like it. I was a big fan of his TV show that he had on Netflix. I thought it was really good. So, and I think it was Charlamagne who said that he felt like this was one of the best rap albums of the year that came out last year. So if you haven't listened to Killer Mike album, it's really good. SZA, of course, was the most nominated artist this year for the Grammys. She won 3 Grammys as well. Taking home Best R&B Song is one of the Grammys. And then we get into Mr. Sean Jay-Z Carter, who received the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. And I think we talked about this last year, how ironic that was, that they gave Dr. Dre the Global Impact Award when he's a whole woman beater, but I digress.
That's all of them at this point, hell.
Right. Well, but he received the
not even if it's just that, but they've all done something, child.
At this point, you're right.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z received the Lifetime Achievement or Global Impact Award, and he decided to air the clip. I'm gonna make sure I insert a portion of this in here. I am gonna play. I try to put the links to the Instagram video so I could just pull it right up. But this
They'll
is
be
Summer
down
Boogie
below
Bout It.
as well.
More Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
And if y'all don't know what he was talking about, of course he was talking about his beautiful wife, the Queen Beyonce, being, you know, one of who's pretty much has the most, you know, Grammys in the history of the Grammys, but has never won Album of the Year, who of course went to Taylor Swift for the 4th time. And then he also spoke about, you know, he said some of y'all will feel like you got robbed tonight. Some of you did get robbed tonight. He said some of y'all in categories you don't even belong in. Like, Jay-Z really took that time to stand on business, as the kids say. Like, he really, cause I don't think he'll be back. I feel as if that's like the speech you give when you're like, I'm fuck y'all and fuck everything you got going on, and I just came to get this little award, and then I'm gonna be gone, and don't invite me back because I'm not coming back again.
I mean, that they been felt like that about the Grammys. You know, that's why for a while they wasn't even coming, and that's why he drink the Douce out the Grammy. It's like basically a form of disrespect. Like it's a fuck you basically, because they don't be acknowledging everybody and they don't do things correctly. So I'm not mad that he got up there and did that, because that's how he really feel.
Exactly.
I think, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like Taylor Swift winning best or album of the year for 4 years in a row is absolute madness. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Has it been 4 years in a row?
I
Or
believe
it's just been
so.
4 times?
I don't know if it's been 4 times or if it's been 4 in a row. So do your research. But even 4 times, huh? What the fuck? And what also, I saw a TikTok earlier today that was saying that when we were younger, see, this is another thing I feel like with the young girls like nowadays they don't have like pop music that everybody
knows, yeah,
like, or like likes or knows, or like when we were younger, we still had Britney, we had Christina Aguilera, we had Pink, you got Gwen Stefani, you got Jessica Simpson, you got like this whole like roster of pop girls or whatever. Nowadays we don't really have that, because everybody ain't listening to fucking Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus and
if I was to listen out of one of the two, it's gonna be Miley every time.
I mean, if I was to listen, yeah, it would be Miley, but I don't know. Taylor Swift just doesn't make music that's like crossover music, I feel like she just makes.
Oh no, it hasn't been 4 consecutive years.
But she's won 4 times.
Yes.
Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know, her music doesn't feel like album of the year music. And I don't know if it's because I just don't listen to her, because she definitely don't make music for the girls.
No. I think she makes music that's universal, honestly and truly. Like, because maybe this is unbeknownst to me. I don't know. I don't follow her tour dates in the schedule, but she don't do world tours. It be like she tour here. Like, she sell out tours here, right? Like, I don't never hear about Taylor Swift going over to Dubai and people going over all the way to damn Dubai to see Taylor Swift perform, or her performing over in Germany, or her performing over in London or Paris. Like, maybe I'm missing it, but I just never see those stats or never see, you know, any of that information for her. So I don't even think her music has the type of global impact and the global reach that they trying to give it to on the stage at a place like the Grammys.
Yeah. I mean, I think Taylor Swift's music is just quintessential white music. I'm gonna just be honest here. She does sell out well, and she will go down in history as one of the most iconic people, you know, singers, entertainers, period. And she has tons of accolades to her name and all kinds of things that she's accomplished, and nobody can take that away from her. But I just don't think that her music is like, I don't think her music is like gonna stand the test of time, or whatever. Like, I don't know. She just doesn't make music for everybody. She makes music for like those teen movies, like when somebody's going to a party for the first time, or
Very much so Twilight.
like background music. To me, like, I'm just not a fan. But also, I'm not a white girl, so maybe it just doesn't hit me like how it hits all of them, because I get nothing from it. Whereas when you take somebody like Beyonce, everybody can listen to her music, and I feel like that's the kind of stuff that should be album of the year, music that transcended all cultures and that all people,
or even
like.
SZA. I think if they should have gave it to
Yeah.
somebody, SZA, as much as the album compared to Control to me was not as good, but
I agree.
I enjoyed the album and the impact that it had. That album was what, #1 for 10 damn weeks or something like that. Like, the fact that SZA didn't get it, I think it's crazy, because I didn't hear no stat. Again, I don't never hear stats about Taylor shit. Yeah, she always getting all the awards, the praises, the accolades. I just, that's why Kanye snatched
I
that
feel
shit
like
away
she's
from her
just the
that one
perfect
time.
person to, like. Yeah, I think she is the perfect scapegoat. Like, they don't really be wanting to give it to us, and they don't. I think she's perfect because she is, a little white girl, okay, and she makes the music she makes, and she is doing well. So she's like the perfect excuse not to give it to a person of color, because it's like, oh well, Taylor's so good. Like, she's outsold you, or she's, her tour is really big right now. So I think she's the perfect like person to give it to be like, yeah, like, this is for the young people. Like, Gen Zers love her. But like, it's really because they don't be wanting to give it to the black girls. Like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of hers. And somebody is very like, I don't know, prolific when people always have the same conversation about you. Because every time the Grammys or award shows come around, if you notice, we have the exact same conversation about Taylor Swift all the time. And what's killer is she don't give you no looks. The mic is not on. She can't sing. She's not even super nice. Like, she don't even have a nice personality. Like, we don't even like see things.
And
from
I know
her
we're not supposed to talk about people, but she don't look that good. She don't look that good.
Not that
her hair's uneven. She look dusty.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not even like
Olivia Rodrigo or Dua Lipa and them look better than her.
They eating her ass up.
I'm just saying, even Lana Del Rey with that big ass bow on her head look better than her.
Yeah, I mean, Miley thought she was damn Tina Turner the other night, but she doing something.
Miley looked good. I don't care what nobody say. The arms looked good. The dress looked good. I liked Miley.
But see, Miley has so much like personality that even if I didn't like listen to her music no more, I would be like, oh Lord, that's Miley Cyrus doing her thing, child. We love her. Like, even like Taylor Swift don't even have that personality where you feel like, oh, she's just, doing her own thing and wearing her clothes and yada yada yada. Like, every time you see her, she got a stank ass look on her face, or they be trying to make it seem like she doing something shady or like whatever. And we don't hear from her, and all her stuff seems very like robotic. I don't know. Like, she's just not.
I just don't get the hype.
She's not.
Even when I was watching the Grammys, they would show her during every performance. Like, let's see Taylor's reaction. Let's see what is Taylor looking like during 21 Savage Burna Boy performance. Like, why do we care? I don't get the hype. And I'm not a Taylor hater. I just don't feel like she deserves the amount of accolades and praise that she gets compared to the other artists who, she usually is in the categories with. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. And I think it boils down to pure, honest racism.
I do too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do too.
That's just what it is.
At least I don't know. All you can do is like compare people to the people before, right? And it's like at least even with Ariana Grande, like Ariana Grande is not a super nice girl either, but at least she can sing. Taylor Swift don't have one thing that's like, well, at least she.
But Ariana also give credit too when she works with Victoria Monet or Leon Thomas or some of the black artists that she works with, she always give credit. She gonna give them their writing credit, they producing credit. She gonna put featuring whoever. She gonna make sure they get their flowers.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Is that how people feel about Beyonce? Like everybody love Beyonce, but then you have those people who just don't.
Well,
Like,
you know, my boo is not a big fan of Beyonce. She don't have no problem with her. She just said like she likes her older work, and she also says she believes that she worships the devil. So, yeah.
I mean, at this point, all them people probably do that.
I don't know what
We don't
homegirl
know.
do in the privacy of her own home. I enjoy her art, the
Right. We don't
artistry, the
know.
work, the outfits. From what she shows me, I enjoy it as well, the bits and pieces that I see. But I have never claimed, nor do I claim that I don't know what that lady do in the privacy of her own home, nor do I actually want to know. I miss the mystique of celebrity. I really don't like knowing every little thing about all these celebrities, all your baby mama drama and who pregnant and all this and who ain't the baby daddy and who the baby mama and who you don't like and who you kind of like this time and y'all done broke up but then y'all back together, then you don't. I'm tired. I don't want to know.
Yes, preach. I only say that because I feel like a lot of this like imagery and stuff that people do, not just her, but all of their ass. I feel like a lot of that stuff is very dark. Now that's just how I feel about it. But you have your discernment and protect your heart. If you feel like you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. Hell, you ain't got to just because the world listening to it. But that's just how I feel about it. We don't know what none of them folks doing.
At the Grammys. She was giving Doug Dimmadome at the Grammys.
Let's talk about that because I really did. You know what?
I wanted to talk about it with you. It was not cute.
I ain't gonna say I didn't think it was ugly. I feel like it's the Grammys, so you used to people like wearing something else.
Yeah,
but they in a fuck you Grammys moment, so that's why I feel like she not going all out because it's like, okay, let's just go do this little thing and then we finna go. Like I do feel like a lot of the stuff they be doing is very conscious, like decisions. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I didn't think it was ugly. It just looked like one of those outfits she be wearing when she randomly posts or something, and when they like going to dinner or whatever.
I don't know if I would award if my husband was getting the Global Impact Award. But again, I also know when Beyonce ain't working and she in her silly goofy mood, she be putting on stuff sometimes. So, but it was giving Doug Dimmadome. And I'm gonna make sure I insert a picture so y'all remember who that is from the Fairly Odd Parents. It was giving Doug Dimmadome. That's exactly what I thought about when I saw her in that hat. So.
I saw on TikTok that she removed something from her website, the Act 1. And they're saying that they think that Act 2 is gonna be like a country something because she wore like that outfit or whatever. So now they're trying to.
I read that they said it was gonna be like a Houston Trill chopped and screwed type of like vibe. I don't know.
I really don't care. Who knows? Maybe she'll get album of the year for that.
They ain't gonna give her album of the year. They ain't gonna mess around maybe in about, because how old is Beyonce? 42? About 50. They'll give her a Global Impact Award or something. They'll give her
that's how they seem to do.
Right. They'll give her, some type of tribute or something,
Seem to do.
So, but anyways, we're gonna wrap this episode up because we are having some technical difficulties. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment on our videos, our posts, and everything. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at The Real Albany Ayana.
You can follow TikTok at @the_real_Jessica Monique. And we love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. You can click all the links below. That'll kind of direct you to a lot of the different things we were talking about. Don't forget to share this with somebody and engage with us. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Turn my bit, TT, turn my bit, TT, turn my bit. Gotta turn my bitch up, turn my bit, TT, turn my bitch up, turn my, hey, turn my bitch up, turn my